Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video. This is going to be my Trifold tutorial. Everyone has been requesting this since there isn't really updated tutorials on this. I am not going to make this intro too long because I know this video is going to be forever long as is. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So the supplies you're going to need are...
Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a cutting mat. I have this one from Walmart. A piece of plastic, you can use whatever. I just have frosted cut and I don't feel like cutting anything else, so don't mind that. A pair of scissors, a ruler, I use this triangle one, and this, an X-Acto knife. This is optional, but masking tape. I use it to hold down card pockets. 3 to 4 rolls of tape. I'm using 4 because I don't want to use gold or this is the original pastel pink, so I don't want to use either of them on a billfold, so I'm going to be using white. But you can use 3 rolls of tape or 2 rolls of tape. You can even use 1 roll of tape. It's just easier if you use more than one so you don't have to waste as much tape. Clear tape and gray tape. So let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm sorry for the angle by the way. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is cut 2 pieces of tape that are 9, a little bit more than 9, but you're not going to put it quite at 9 1/4, and you're going to stack that up to be 3 3/4 inches tall. You're going to take your clear tape of choice. You're going to cover the whole thing with clear.
Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler and you're going to make the sides straight again. And I just cut off just the tiniest bit because I want it to still stay 9 inches.
Now you're going to take your gray tape. You're going to cut a piece that is a little bit more than 3 3/4 and another piece that is 3 inches. With the piece that is 3 3/4, you're going to cut that in half. And with the piece that is 3 inches, you're just going to leave that by itself. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take whatever color you're using and overlap it to have a 1/2 inch of the gray tape showing. Then you're going to fold this over on its back to where sticky is facing up. And you're going to take your clear tape and you're going to cover just the pink part. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut the side, but again I'm going to keep its length of 3 inches. Now what you're going to do is do the same thing with your bigger pockets, the 3 3/4 ones. So you're going to lay the tape on it, leaving about a 1/2 inch of tape on the bottom. Pick it up and put clear. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your pocket color again, and this time you're going to make another one of these shorter pockets right here, but you're not going to put any gray. You're going to clear tape the back of it just the same. Now that you've done that, you can go ahead and get your ID plastic. Again, I'm using frosted, whatever you're wanting to use for your trim. And you're going to cut a piece that is around 8 inches long. I'm going to cut this in half vertically and horizontally so that I have 4 pieces that are 4 inches long. For my ID, there are some people that trim it on the top, but I like trimming mine on the side. And I'm going to take it and line it up with the first line of dots, and I'm going to trim it like this. And then I'm going to trim some of the color down so where I can fold it over and not see it on the trim side. And then I'm going to cut the sides off like this. And there is your trimmed ID. I hope that makes sense. And you're going to lay that to the side. Then you're just going to trim whatever else you have. For the next card pocket that you don't have trimmed, I always make sure that it is the shorter card pocket so that I don't have to cut as much tape. I'm just going to cut a piece that is around 3 1/4 inches long. And I'm still going to cut it in half because I don't like how thick it makes the card pocket if you just put the whole piece on. And again, I'm just going to trim it. Now what you're going to do is clear tape your trims. I line my trims, the gold part or the straighter side right here, up on an inch line and leave them an inch apart. Now I'm going to take my clear tape and I'm just going to lay it on the pockets, and I'm going to make sure that there's a little bit of clear tape on each trim along with a little bit overlapping a card, and just run the air bubbles out. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and cut horizontally and then vertically on all of these. and just fold the clear tape over like you would the trim and just cut the extra clear tape that's on the sides off. Now you're going to lay all of your card pockets to the side because you won't need them for right now. Now you should have one piece of clear tape that is remaining. You're going to take your ID plastic and you're going to lay the clear tape just a little bit overlapping. I just put mine to the side. So now you're going to make your panels for your ID and your small card pockets or your vertical card pocket. And you're going to stack that up to be 3 3/4 inches tall. Then you're going to take this, flip it on its back to where sticky is facing up. Take your clear tape and you're going to lay your clear tape flat onto it. And this one is going to be for your vertical card pockets. For your ID, it's a little bit different pocket color, and you're going to do the same thing except for with your pocket. Now what you should have made is your ID, your 4 card pockets, this panel for your vertical card pockets, and then this one which you just made, which is your pocket color for your ID. Now you're going to lay all of your card pockets aside along with your card pocket panel, and you're going to lay your ID a little bit, like, I'm going to have to show this, it's going to be really hard to explain, but you're going to face the bottom of it where you put the clear tape like this so that you have a little place to stick the clear tape, and you're just going to face that down and then cut the excess clear tape off, and then you're going to use the same clear tape to clear tape the sticky in the ID. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your card pocket panel and your 2 vertical pockets, lay the horizontal pockets to the side. The first pocket you're going to put on is this one, which does not have any tape at the bottom. So what I like doing is taking my masking tape and laying it along the top of the pocket. And I also like to take a smaller piece and lay it along the inch line because, again, this doesn't have any tape to stick it to the cutting mat, so it will move just like the card pocket would. You're going to put it, sorry for the camera angle changing, my iPad ran out of storage, so I'm filming on my phone now. But what I did, I don't know what got filmed, but what I did is laid my panel out and stacked the card pocket about 1/2 of an inch on the panel. Now I'm going to take my other card pocket, and I don't really measure this, I just kind of just go with it. And if you have any card pocket showing over like this or this, cut that off with your scissors because, again, you won't need it. Lay this panel to the side because you won't need it. And you're going to take this right here, which is your billfold. What you're going to do with this is you're going to take your pattern tape, take 2 pieces of your pattern tape that are 3 3/4 inches long. Seems a little bit long to me. I always end up cutting this down at the 1/2 inch mark right here. Take one of my pieces of tape, fold the ID up, and then I'm just going to trim 1/4 of an inch and cut off the slightest amount, about not even 1/4 of an inch. Fold this tape over onto the back of the ID like this. You're going to take the same piece of tape to trim that side as well, in between the 1/2 and the 4th mark. I'm going to lay my ID, and you're just going to lay that down. Then you're just going to take your other piece of your pattern tape, going to pick it up and put it almost, I'd say, 2 inches from the bottom right here. This is where your horizontal card pockets come in. You're going to stack them to be about 1/2 of an inch from the ID where it ends. I'm just going to put them just a little bit apart. Now you're going to lay this to the side because you are not going to need it right now. Next, you're going to take your clear tape and you're going to cut a piece that is 3 inches long, and you're going to take up this first card pocket and peel this one up just a little bit because you won't need it to be taped down, and you're just going to cover the sticky in the bottom of the bottom card pocket, and then just fold that back up and tape it back down, and cut the remaining clear tape off of the sides if you have any. Now you're going to need your pattern color yet again, and you're going to cut a piece that is 3 3/4. I usually cut mine to 4 inches. I'm going to cut that in half to trim this to be a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, but not quite 1/2 of an inch, just like you did on your ID. Fold that over and cut the excess off. Now what you're going to do, I forgot to mention this, is clear tape this right here what I like doing is I take my clear tape and I lay it down like this. I cut just a little bit off and I fold some over. For this piece of clear tape, you're going to take it and you're just going to lay it down onto this and fold it over, but I'm going to cut this down and fold it over like so. Now you're going to take more of your clear tape and you're going to cut 3 3/4. Cut that in half. You're going to take one of the pieces and put it on the inside of your vertical card pocket panel, and you're going to lay that along the bottom right here. And you're also going to take that other piece of tape and you're going to fold up your ID panel and clear tape the bottom like so. Now you're going to take more clear tape, 3 3/4, and you're going to cut that in half yet again. And you're going to clear tape the bottom of your card pockets so that there is no sticky left in them. Now if you have any card pockets or anything over the sides like that, you can go ahead and cut that off. This is what you should have made so far. So you're going to lay that right in front of you because you will need it in just a second. And you're going to take your pattern tape, or again, if you are using a color, use whatever you have. And you're going to cut a piece that is 9.5 inches long. You're just going to cut that in half as well. Now you're going to take your whole trifold basically, and you're going to again trim just a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, but with this one you're going to do a little bit of a thinner trim. You're going to trim it a little bit closer to the 1/4 of an inch mark than the 1/2 inch mark, and just fold it over onto the white right here. And if you have any tape on the sides left, just cut that off. Your clear tape yet again, and you're going to clear tape right on top of what you just did, but overlap it just a little bit. And before you fold the clear tape down, you can cut this down to whatever you want. I just cut mine down to be a little bit less than 1/2 of an inch. Basically what I trim my card pockets with. Basically what I trim everything with, a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, but not quite half. And you're just going to go ahead and fold that clear tape right down onto your billfold, your other piece of your pattern tape, and you're going to lay it in between 2 inches, and you're going to cut your tape down to be 9 1/4, and take whatever tape you're using for your billfold and you're going to stack it up to be 4 inches tall. So now what you're going to do is you're going to clear tape that down. Now I'm going to cut down my tape because as you guys can see I put a little bit more on the sides. So I'm just going to cut that down, to fold that up so where the sticky is up. And you're going to take your pattern tape and lay it one piece in the middle. I leave at least 1/2 of an inch on these sides. Now I'm going to put 1/2 of an inch on the top and the bottom. Fold that over and it should look something like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold one of these top pieces down. Take my card pockets and stuff like that. Take my trifold panel right here and I'm going to put the bottom along the bottom of the billfold color. Cut straight down on both sides. And then I'm going to fold that up onto all of the card pockets and the ID. You do have sticky in the billfold, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut a piece of clear tape that is 9 inches long and lay it on the bottom of the billfold. Then for the bottom right here, I cut upwards like that. I cut little triangles out technically. And then I'm going to fold the tape down onto the card pockets. And I'm going to line one of these sides up with the inch line. And then I'm going to cut it down to be a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, but not quite half. As always. Cut this down just a little bit. I don't like mine being as tall as that is. And then you're going to take it and fold it in like that so that you have a triangle right here. and you're going to turn it upside down, line the other side up with the inch line. Take your ruler, cut your preferred measurement on the side, and cut this down and fold it in like this. Here's how my trifold turned out. I don't really know what this tape is called, but I got it on clearance at Michael's. So it is this with the original pastel pink and gold. So it has the 2 card pockets over here, the hidden, the ID, the other hidden, and then the 2 more card pockets with the billfold. So I really like this wallet. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more tutorials. I will see you guys in the next video.
Yeah. What? 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 Yeah. What? What? Yeah.